have a
Kelly,
question.
yeah, go.
So you know how we all get the postcards in the mail? Well, we got another one and it was from a lender who said, wow, check out these rates that you qualify for in Fairfax County or whatever. And it was crazy low, like not rates that I'm seeing on our charts or seeing in the really real world. Can you explain what these postcards we all get are all about? And they talk about APR and interest rates and everything. So please, please, please tell us what's up with that.
Yeah, so those are eye catchers, right? You have to throw something in there that would keep people's attention, gets their attention. But what's behind those rates, you need to read in those small fonts. And you know, the interest rates, they depend on, you know, the fact that you're a first-time home buyer. Even if you're a first-time home buyer, typically you get low rate, but what's your income? If your income exceeds certain amount for the area, then the rate is gonna go up. I just have a client that, you know, I was quoting 6,125, first-time home buyer. He was looking in certain price range, then he started going up where he needed a cosigner because he wouldn't qualify on his own. When I added the cosigner and cosigner's income, it went to completely different tiers. So now the rate is 7.5.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh.
So it's, you know, those little nuances, they're not gonna advertise there. They just need to advertise something that can catch your attention. But what people need to look at is, you know, what the down payment here, like right here, see it's 6.25, but it's showing 780 score and more than 40% down payment.
I know. Who does that?
I'm sorry?
It's like who does that? Not many people are able to put 40% down.
Exactly, and it doesn't give all other details like I just described, right? First time buyer, what's your income, and such. And you know, and you need to look at if it's going to be a fixed rate, or is it maybe 10-year fixed, advertised, or 15, you know, because those have shorter terms, they have low rate, or maybe it's adjustable rate mortgage, which some lenders offer. Even 1 year adjustable rate mortgage is going to be a low interest rate, but you know, it's super aggressive, could involve a bunch of points in there, and points, discount points is something that you pay to get lower interest rate. So what you need to look at, you mentioned APR, right? So APR is the indicator of what the closing costs might be. So let's see, I just happen to have this chart. So the interest rate is a cost you will pay each year to borrow the money, expressed in percentage rate, right? It does not reflect fees or any other charges you may have to pay for the loan. So the APR is a broader measure of the cost of borrowing money than the interest rate. The APR reflects the rate, any discount points, mortgage broker fees. That's another thing, that what are their broker fees or origination fees, and other charges that you know, could be paid to get that loan, which is a closing cost, right? So when you see the difference between, there's always going to be difference between interest rate and APR, unless seller covers the closing cost 100%, right? Then it's going to be the same. However, you know, what could be included? Mortgage insurance. If you have mortgage insurance, or, you know, mortgage insurance premium, that's part of APR. The origination fee, or some, you know, companies charge processing underwriting fee, which could be 1-2% of the loan amount. That could be pretty expensive. The title company fees, some have application fees, and, you know, some other things. But the main thing that you need to look at when you are getting a quote from a lender, you need to look at are there mortgage premium? Is there discount points? How much origination fee? So I might quote someone 4% interest rate, but I'm gonna charge them 7 points, and that's gonna be a lot of money. So
Yeah,
you just need to really look deeper into what is actually what the offering is actually available. And in a small font, you can always read, it says there, the real rate might be higher, might be different. They apply to find out, but it's just something to catch people's attention and
Right,
yeah.
right.
I have a two-pronged question. Number one, maybe more, maybe less. Number one, is it safe to say that if you look at one of these cards and they have like a 4% interest rate, they have to disclose an APR, correct? Based on how they got that 4%.
absolutely.
Okay, so that's a safety check. If it's 4% here, but then the APR is 7%, there's a whole lot of fees in there. What is an appropriate spread to know that you're within reason of it's just closing costs or something like that? Or can you even give that number? Is that something that you can calculate?
The typical would be maybe 0.5% difference.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So if it's a 4% and it's a 4.5% APR, then you're like, hey, this might be
That's
legit.
reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I like it. I like
Yeah. And if somebody gets the mailer like this and they don't disclose APR, they can report them because that's violation. They cannot
Okay.
do something like that. That's misleading information.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a bait and switch.
Yeah.
Or it's
So-
like those big juicy burger ads. They show the burger all big and wonderful, but they don't show what I look like when I would live on the burgers. They don't show me like post eating those burgers all the time.
Or it's like
It's
that.
like expectation and reality, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's like that restaurant we went to. Remember Copeland's? And they had the big old jumbo shrimp, and we ordered the meal, and it
Oh,
came out,
yeah.
and it was the little
And I'm
steamed
like,
ugly shrimp.
This
Yeah,
like
it's like,
little salad
and
canned
you're like,
shrimp.
that's just what it comes with. Anyway,
You didn't just name them.
I think they went out of business. That's
Oh,
why I
okay.
can say
It was
that.
Copeland's then.
Copeland's in Pensacola, Florida. All right. Okay. Well, that's really
Yeah.
helpful. I appreciate that. We
Yeah.
had another client reach out to us about a potential refi. And they were like, how do we know if they're telling the truth? And I'm like, you got to get the loan estimate. Then you got to go talk to Tatiana and see if it's like what they're
Compare.
hiding. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I didn't realize we had that litmus test that we could do like right there. So that's good.
Yeah, that is really good to know.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
that.
guys.
All right.
Good
Well,
questions. Keep
yeah.
them
Well,
coming.
hey,
Yes.
next week,
Oh,
if
and, yeah.
go ahead.
I was just gonna do her phone number and stuff. but
Yes,
you
yes.
first.
Next week, if the interest rates keep ticking up, can we talk a little bit more about the mechanism of how people can kind of try to maybe actually be able to tell what's going to happen?
Definitely. Good
Okay,
idea.
great.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Go for it.
If you need Tatiana, you can call or text her at
571-245-3000.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.